Well, Robbie, you were a very frustrated figure last Saturday. I thought that was very frustrating for you as a manager with the performance. But this one, what are your thoughts on the Hastings draw?
I think where we are at the minute, even though we've come off the back of 4 wins until Saturday, we just look at a team that's lacking in confidence. And to be honest, I'll be open and honest and say that we look a shadow of the team that we were early in the season. For whatever reason that is, we don't look brave enough on the ball. We're not creating enough chances. We don't look like we're going to score. I know we've had a couple of odd chances, but really, yeah, I just think it's a team for some reason is lacking in confidence, and we've got to find it within, and we've got to be better.
Got to be better, Robbie, but it could have been no points. Toby Stewart's made 3 or 4 good saves as well. He's growing in stature. I think you'll agree with that.
Yeah, he's doing great, Toby, for his age. I think a lot of people won't take that into consideration, the age of the lad, and he's doing great at the moment. And we've got to stop putting him under that much pressure by giving sloppy balls away in possession and just making so many unforced errors. And we've got to be better as a team. We've got to be better, so much better as a team, because like I said to them in there, I'm watching that and I'm uncomfortable watching us because I know we're miles better than that, but for some reason it's just not working at the minute.
The effort's there though, Robbie. I think
the effort's there, Pete. There's no problem with the effort. It's the fact of being braver, being better in possession of the ball, creating opportunities. Because even though they were good, solid, well coached, I felt like we could get after it a little bit more, put them under pressure a bit more. With us being at home, I thought but we didn't do it. And if you don't put pressure and you don't put pressure on the ball all over the pitch, and you sit off and you allow players to play, you can get hurt.
We felt you were always edging the game though, Robbie. I thought the goal was likely to come from Bogner. It needed a break. Possibly. It just didn't come.
But you don't know sometimes with us, Pete, because we give the ball away unnecessarily so many times. I don't know what Cam's thinking at the end there, and like Toby makes a good save. Just they're the games that you can lose 1-0. So yeah, we had a couple of chances at the end, but we just don't look like, when you got a team that's banging on the door all the time. We're having sporadic moments, but that's not enough for me. And I've always tried to be like a team that's controlling the game. Even though you've got to respect the opposition, just try and control the game. And I didn't think at any stage today we controlled the game. And in the last 5-6 games, we've not looked like in control of the game. So I know we've got a few players missing, and I think it's got to be said that 6 of our players are under 19. We've got 2 17-year-old kids on the bench today. So I think Joe Briff is 16. So you've got to put it in perspective a little bit. That's not an excuse. I'm just stating it because they're going to make mistakes. We are young, and we're going to have to learn from them pretty quickly.
You've welcomed back Dan Gifford as an attacking option. He's playing just behind the front today.
We just wanted to have a little look at that, try and get as many tackles on the pitch as we possibly can. Yeah. We felt like Dara handles the ball quite well, so we felt like in that position he could hurt the opposition. And obviously when we changed it and Pato brought Sam on and brought Pato off and put obviously Dan a little bit higher, but he hasn't trained with us. He's only trained with us Thursday, so it's going to take a little bit of time. But it's we're a work in progress definitely, and we need to improve. And I think sometimes it's nice coming off a defeat against Haringey at home. It was nice that we're not lost the game, but I'm just disappointed with the result.
Cray on Wednesday, another home game, and you'll want the 3 points from this, Robbie, after what you've just said.
Yeah. Well, exactly. I mean, if we can, we know it's difficult. Every game, every team in this league is difficult to beat. But I just want to see a bit more spark in us, a bit more spite in us, and a bit more, energy and a bit more devilment in our play. Because if we can, we can get back to being that team we were early on in the season. And it's my job and Jamie's job as well to make sure that when we are training, it's difficult now because obviously with the game Wednesday, we go straight into that game, so we can't really get on the training pitch and do a little bit. So we hope for a reaction. 0-0, you're disappointed, but it's not the worst result in the world. And if we can win Wednesday, which will be another tough game, 4 points from the 2 games, we take that.
Thanks, Robbie, as always. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.